Hey guys, what's up? It's JR Cuber. In this video, we have another Puzzlcrate unboxing. This is the November box, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, it looks like we got a new gear puzzle in this one. And then, what is this? Is this like a little lanyard backpack? Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, so this is a little Calvin's puzzle like backpack kind of. Very, very neat. And then we also get the card and the stand, of course. So this puzzle is the Timur Gear Cube Extreme. So the card reads, "We now have to thank Timur Evpetrov once again for designing such an awesome puzzle. We've sent other Timur designed puzzles in past crates and we couldn't be happier to send you another. This is a corner turning gear puzzle and is one of the stranger looking puzzles due to the protruding corner stalks. These stalks may look odd, but they make turning this puzzle much easier. Out of the box, the Gear Cube can be a bit stiff, but should loosen up after some turning and lubricant. Grab a corner and give it a twist." Alright, so funnily enough, this puzzle was in pieces when I was at the Cubicle's office. It was just sitting on the table there in pieces, and when I asked about it, everyone was just basically saying that it completely broke and fell apart. So hopefully this one does not break and fall apart on me. But yeah, I didn't actually really get to try it while it was assembled, but this is a new gear puzzle. And yeah, obviously it looks pretty strange with these corners sticking out, but you can see that the corners are really small, so if these weren't here, then it would be kind of hard to turn. So this is a corner turning puzzle, so there you go. That is how it moves. So yeah, it is a little bit stiff, but it also feels very dry, so I'm sure a little bit of lubrication would be very helpful. So when we get all the way around like that, now you can see that these edges have turned halfway and the corners have rotated one way. So then if we go around again, it looks like the corner's off by one turn or something. It doesn't line up completely flush, and then these are off by one as well. And if we go around again, now everything is turned around, and then this is turned the other way. So we just have to keep going. So it's a lot of moves to get back to the starting position. Oh, not quite. Now it looks like the corner is around, but not the edges. Man, this takes quite a while. Man, now we're back around, but just these three are switched. I wonder if just going back at this point would be faster, because I don't know how long this is going to take. Oh no. Man, this is annoying actually. I want to get this back to where it was. Oh man, I wonder if I can just skip the gears back into place, because I don't want to keep going. Yeah, it looks like that's what I can do. Okay, so I don't know how many turns it actually takes to get it all the way back around again, but that was kind of annoying to deal with. Anyways, this looks like already it's probably going to be a very, very tricky puzzle. So yeah, I'm glad to have another gear cube for the collection. I was actually just going to order this normally, but now I got it from Puzzlcrate, so that's really awesome. I'm really glad that I've actually been getting stuff that I don't have in these crates lately, which is pretty cool. Looks like one of the stickers is kind of peeling up here. It kind of is inevitable with all these tiny stickers, but hopefully that doesn't get too annoying, or I might have to just glue it down. And then it looks like we've got these tiny, tiny little circle stickers in the center. Yeah, and then we also have our Calvin's Puzzle logo here, and our Timur logo here. So I'm pretty sure Timur also made a version of this puzzle that didn't have these things sticking out, which I think looks nicer, honestly, and I think it still would be possible to turn the corner without these nubs. It would just be a bit harder, but I think that it looks a lot cleaner. I don't know if I will make that modification. I might actually just go ahead and cut these off and kind of fill it in so it's just a proper corner. I don't know if I'll do that. I might just leave it as is, just because it kind of looks cool. But yeah, I do sort of wish that they maybe at least released a version that had this and then another version that didn't. But I definitely do know that it's kind of painful to get your fingers caught in these gears. I've done it before, so I can see why they added it. So anyways, let's go ahead and scramble it up and see if we can solve it. So let's just go ahead and go for it. Trickier to get it back to where it was. Oops, looks like one of these caps popped off. That's not good. I don't want to put it on in the wrong way. Let me rotate this corner back and see where it was. Yeah, I put it on wrong. Okay, it goes like that. Well, that's definitely going to be a problem if that keeps happening. Looks like it will be pretty easy to just glue those in place though, so I definitely might do that. Alright, so there we go. That looks pretty messed up. I'm going to go ahead and keep scrambling it because I didn't turn it a whole lot, and then I will try and solve it, and I'll be back. I don't think I'm going to try and solve it on camera because in general, gear cubes are pretty tricky. Not like the original gear cube and stuff, but some of them are really hard, so especially the ones that Teamer makes. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and solve this, and I'll be back and tell you how it was. Alright, so I've had a chance to solve this Teamer corner turning gear cube. Basically, the way I think about this cube is kind of like a gear ready cube. So it basically has the same amount of pieces. You've just got your corners, and then around each corner you have 3 edges. The only difference is that you do have these little tiny centers that tell you the color of the sides, but it's not really that useful anyway. Overall, the solve of this puzzle was actually pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I didn't really need any help with it, even though there's not really any tutorials on YouTube for it. I still was able to figure it out on my own. The only thing I couldn't quite figure out is the last edge. So once I got everything else solved, there was one edge that was oriented incorrectly. Now I tried for quite a while to actually just solve it normally, but I'm wondering if it's actually not solvable and I actually got a skipped gear basically that I just didn't notice, because that is totally possible on this puzzle because of the tolerances between the pieces. And since you do kind of have to turn pretty rough because it is kind of stiff, it's possible that a gear could have skipped without me noticing. And another thing too is that several times throughout the solve, this basically just kept happening, is these corners kept popping off. And since the corners are always rotating, I wasn't quite sure of the orientation. So I tried to put it back where it was, but sometimes I didn't, so I'm wondering if that could have messed up something with the edge. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's a parody or if it's just, you know, me messing up or whatever. But yeah, I do want to try and solve this puzzle again at some point. I just got to make sure to glue down these corners. There's a lot of contact points in here, so it would be really easy to just drop in a couple drops of super glue and stick those in. And so, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that and give this another shot. But yeah, the solving process was actually pretty easy. I'll go ahead and just basically explain how I did it real fast. If you don't want to know, then just jump right here. But yeah, like I said earlier, this kind of is like a ready cube, a gear ready cube basically. So that's exactly how I solved it. I started just by orienting all of the corners, and then I would just insert in the edges. And if an edge was inserted in correctly, like the correct edge was in, but then it was twisted wrong, all I would do, let's say it's between these two corners, I had put this edge in and it was oriented wrong. All I would do is bring it down here, and then I would turn this corner around 3 times, which would bring that edge back into that same spot. Just, if I can get this to move, there we go. Just with a different orientation. And then I can bring that up, and as you can see, it would change the orientation, and I would just keep doing that until this edge would come up solved, and then I would just go around and do that for all of the edges. So yeah, that's basically how I did it. It was a little bit more complicated for the last layer edges, and then once I got to the last, like I said, that's where I kind of got stuck a little bit, but yeah, overall, fun puzzle. So yeah, basically my only problem with it is the corners that come off. Once those are glued down, it'll pretty much be fine. I don't really have any other problems with it. So yeah, that is about it for this month's Puzzle Crate. If you guys do want to check out Puzzlcrate, I'll leave a link to it down in the description. It's a $30 a month subscription service where you get puzzles sent every month. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this November Puzzle Crate unboxing. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like. Links to all of my social media pages and my merch store will be linked down in the description below as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.